Hello everyone, welcome back. So just following on from my video on Friday, we went over this message from the Division 2 team, wherein they basically say that each season will now last 4 months, as opposed to the original 3 months, which does make the DLC season 4, I believe 3 months later, so it's not going to be March of next year. It'll be, May, June time next year now, which is obviously a little bit frustrating. Some people are frustrated with that. But they said the reason they've done this is so they can allocate more time and resources to make the technical improvements to the game alongside the seasonal content that you expect. So we covered this on Friday, which means that this current season, which I believe is due to end soon, and we're going to get Season 2 in September, we're not going to be getting Season 2 now until October. Now they have confirmed that we are going to be getting a PTS for Season 2, which will come in September, which is really, really good. They've also confirmed that they're going to be adding more global events to the current kind of seasonal schedule, so that between the end of this season and Season 2, you know, there isn't nothing going on in the game. There's going to be global events. I imagine Golden Bullet's going to be in there. That's obviously a crowd kind of favourite. But I just wanted to discuss some other little bits and bobs here with you guys. So yeah, let's just jump into this. So firstly then, Morten Ryberg actually replied saying yes, and there will be an explanation as to what this entails later this year. This was after DJ Tickle put sounds like a smart idea. I did say in my video on Friday that one big issue with these kind of technical improvement stuff is that if we as consumers don't feel or know what those technical improvements are going to be, then actually all it's going to feel like is the game is just, each season is kind of being delayed. But Morten seems to suggest here that we're actually going to find out exactly what this is. It does say an explanation of what this entails later this year. I don't know if that's towards the end of this year, or I imagine it's towards the end of this year. And I'm actually interested to see what these technical improvements are. I've got a few ideas what they might be. I mean, we could go really out there and we could talk about crossplay, stuff like that. I mean, I don't know if you would consider that a technical improvement. You probably could. Now they have previously said that that's not going to happen. We're not going to be getting crossplay, but this is you know, for them to shift each season by an extra month is quite a big thing to do. They know that overall the player base is not going to be particularly happy, even though it's obviously for the improvement of the game. They know that the overall player base are going to look at the fact that it's another month for each new season, and they're not going to be particularly happy. So to make this kind of decision, these technical improvements have to be quite substantial. So I'm really actually looking forward to seeing exactly what these entail, and I do hope it's substantial. I hope it's something that's tangible. You know, we can feel in the game or see it in the game. That would be really, really important. And just to reiterate this point here, Pally Hofstein actually says, "Believe me, it sucks to do this. I lead a content team, and we all want to do is deliver content because it's fun as hell to do so. But the tech needs some love. That should be obvious, and that means making some time to take care of it." And I think it is obvious that the tech generally for the game needs some love. I think with each new season, with more stuff being added to the game, then overall, you know, the stress on the game is becoming more and more and more. You know, something like Destiny, for example, they had a content vault. They used to sunset their stuff. So after a period of time when the game got too large, or you know, they'd add new stuff and there'd be instability, they would actually sunset old stuff, which didn't go down very well. You know, people pay for content, and that content goes away. Basically, people weren't particularly happy with that. But that was their reason for doing that, and I wouldn't be surprised that, as opposed to doing that here in this game, although I don't think they have the capability of doing that, I'm not sure. What they're going to do is just make some improvements on the tech side, so that they can keep adding new stuff to the game, and make sure that the game actually works. And we are obviously getting a DLC for Season 4, and I imagine that technically the game is going to need some improvements before that, because we're going to be getting new missions and all that sort of stuff. Like I said, it could be that they're adding some really cool new features that might be technical improvements to the game. I know I'm out there with that one, but it's possible. I'm sure that Pally or Morten, if you watch this video, you'll let me know if it's any of those. Yeah, we'll have to wait and see. But there you go, guys. That's what's happening with the seasons and stuff. There was one more thing that I wanted to go over here, guys, and it's on Reddit, and it's actually a survey. And I'm gonna do the survey with you guys, because quite often I find with these surveys, whilst this isn't one that's been sent to me via email, it's actually on Reddit. Quite often with these kind of official surveys, they give you some idea as to what the devs are considering for future plans, and we can speculate on that. So let's have a look. All right, so here is the survey. If you go to Reddit, I think it's like the second option down, where they give you the news about obviously the seasonal changes, and also in that we got this survey, and I'm just going to go through it with you guys here and answer the questions. It says it's less than 5 minutes, so it's not a particularly long one. It says, we're running a survey and we'll love your input on the latest season of Tom Clancy's Division 2 Year 5. It's Season 1, Broken Wings. Please let us know what you think. So, did you play during the current season? Yes, I did. No surprises there. Did you have a friend or colleague that has played or currently plays Tom Clancy's The Division 2? I'm going to say yes. I don't have kind of in real life, I don't have someone I can go down the street to and say, you played this kind of season and played this stuff. But there are a lot of people that I would consider friends as content creators that definitely played it. How likely is it that you would recommend Tom Clancy's Division 2 to a friend or a colleague? In its current state, I'd actually put it probably really high. And I say that because the game actually has, if you're a new person to this game, it actually has a lot. There's a lot going on in this game for your money, definitely. I mean, considering you're only paying, probably not paying a whole lot now for Tom Clancy's Division 2. I can't even remember how much it costs, but if you're playing the Division 2 with Warlords of New York DLC, you're going to be getting a lot of content for your money. It's definitely, if you consider looter shooters out there, it's one of the most comprehensive in terms of everything. Builds, content, all that sort of stuff. It's up there for sure. So yeah, I would 100% recommend it to anyone at this stage. Moving on. What part of Tom Clancy's Division 2 makes you likely to recommend it to a friend? And I'm going to, as I said before, I'm going to go with the fact that there is a lot of content. A lot of content for your money. Let's go with that. What is an exciting feature in other games that you feel is missing in Tom Clancy's Division 2? I think everyone's going to go for crossplay. I think that's really, really important. I'm trying to think of other games actually that I don't play a whole lot of games, I'll be honest with you guys. I mean, I mainly play either the Division 2, Destiny 2, Battlefield 5. Battlefield 5 is kind of my PvP game. Destiny 2, I just absolutely love the story. And the Division 2, I kind of like the looter shooter side of stuff that I feel like Destiny 2 you don't get as much of. But I'm just trying to think, maybe is there something in Destiny 2 that they have that we don't kind of have here? Not really, not that I can think off the top of my head. No, I think I'm just going to go with crossplay. Yeah. Why do you play Tom Clancy's Division 2? Content creator, and this is very true, and you're going to hear this about a lot of people who play the Division 2 and then stop playing and then come back. There's just nothing quite like it. Nothing quite like it out there. There isn't. I play Destiny 2 and I really enjoy it. I think generally speaking, Destiny 2 feels really great, and in many ways feels better, I would say, than the Division 2. But in terms, obviously, its seasonal stuff is generally better than Division 2. You get kind of more content, but that's to be expected when you've got Bungie with 1 million employees. But in terms of features, I mean, we had Vanity. What's it called? I can't remember now. Yeah, where you could choose your own vanity depending on what item it is. I can't remember. You had that way before Destiny 2. Loadouts we had in the Division 2 way before Destiny 2. I mean, with the vanity stuff, even when it came out in Destiny 2, for example, you had to pay for it. It was weird, and people were not happy. So, yeah, Destiny 2 has always been a kind of ahead of the curve in that respect. And there we go. That's it. The one thing for me that was quite cool was the fact that they asked about features. Yeah, because I think overall features are really important, and I think crossplay is one of those features that if you ask anyone, that's what they want in a Division 2. And I think that would be really great. Oh, the other thing I was thinking of was, and I wouldn't call this a feature, but having PTSs on console would be great. I hate having to go onto my PC to do the PTS. It's just not for me. Plus, so much of the audience is on console. They don't really have any input on the PTS at all, which is a real shame. And they've done it before. They did it in Division 1. And I realise it's not the same. You know, it's much harder to do. But that would be really great. But that's it, guys. That's it for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Until the next one, I begin.